Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the second step for our warm and cool fall leaf painting. We finished up our crayon rubbing to show the texture, and remember it's implied texture because it looks like it is the texture of a leaf, but the paper is smooth, and so it's an illusion, just like our op art was. The next step is painting just within our leaves using warm colors. So we're going to use a warm color scheme. First of all, you need your messy mat underneath your paper, and you need your paint palette. And I will give you two primary colors. What are the two warm primary colors? We need red and the other one is yellow. And when you mix yellow and red together, what color do you get? You get orange. Our goal is to paint our leaves with warm colors, just like we see fall leaves in the fall. The first step is, I would say, mixing your orange if you want to use orange. I'm going to dip my brush in the water, because you need a water cup as well, and scrape it off. And I'm just going to soak up a little bit of red, drop it into the palette next to it. So I have a little bit of red in there. The darker color goes a longer way and is more powerful, so you'll need a lot more yellow to make your orange. But you can see as I'm mixing it together, we're starting to get a red-orange. Get a little bit more. You have more of an orange color. You can mix them on the leaf as you're painting. What I'm going to start with is think about how I want to paint my leaf. I would start with the middle and work your way around to the edges. So to start with, I think I will demonstrate on this leaf here. So I'm going to turn my paper so you can see. And decide what colors you want to start with. You might want to start with yellow in the center, in the veins, and then work your way out. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to paint some yellow over the veins. And you'll see that the crayon resists the paint. Make sure you're really careful around your edges so that you can see the crisp edge of the leaf. So I'm going to start with my yellow over my veins of my leaf. And then I'm going to take my orange and I'm going to paint it so it fades together in between. And I'm going to work on the corner of my leaf and kind of paint around the edge, maybe. Do that first so we get a nice crisp edge. And I'm working very gently. I'm not scrubbing my paper because if you scrub your paper, you will rip it and tear it, and we don't want that to happen. So be careful in looking at the edge of your leaf and only paint to the very edge. We want our leaves to be very crisp, have crisp edges. So I'm painting my orange in the middle here between each vein. Make sure you fill it up fully with some nice vibrant colors. So I have a little bit of reddish orange and then yellow. If you have too much watercolor paint in one area, you can soak it up by pressing a paper towel or a paper towel on it. And that will soak up the color a little bit. Think about creating variety within your leaves. So if I go to this one, maybe I want to stick with more reddish and orange. So if I want to stick with more red, I'll just go right to the red and I can paint that. Be careful around your edges, remember. Maybe I want to paint it all red to start with. Be really careful on the tip. And then you can decide later if you want to add some orange. You can do that. Maybe some yellow. Have variety in your leaves. Some can be more yellow, some could be more orange. And it is really neat because the crayon resists the paint. If you get too much paint on it, it might not resist totally, but you can see that it's starting to wipe away from the veins. Again, you can soak up some extra paint if you don't like it there. Be really careful about tipping your paper. If you tip it too much, it's going to drip, and we don't want that to happen. For my last leaf that I'm going to demonstrate, I have some more yellows and oranges. I have some more reds. I'm going to start this one. I won't finish it during the demonstration, but I kind of want to start it because it's so big and fun. I'm going to start with red in the middle on these veins, the biggest veins. And then I'm going to fade to a lighter yellow, so there'll be yellow way at the tip. And I'm going to go from red to yellow to orange. Make sure you have your messy mat in case you go off the paper. Some of you have leaves that go off the edge. Now I'm going to go to orange, mix my own orange here. And I'm going to blend those together. No, that's a little bit more yellow, and then I can fade to yellow on the very tip, and I'm just going to outline it very carefully with yellow so we preserve the shape of the leaf. I'm excited to see what colors you create just mixing your warm primary colors together, because I'm really liking this. It's kind of an adventure to see what colors you're able to mix. Have fun!